If you lived in a RPG like D&D, what class do you think you would be? Why did that all rhyme? I've thought about this for a long time. What class would I be if I lived in D&D? That's a difficult question. Yeah, I mean, we're all multifaceted people. It's not really as simple as, like, I would be a wizard. Is there situations where you wouldn't be a wizard? There might be situations where you're a barbarian, where you're a sorcerer, where you're a warlock. I'd hate being any, but realistically, I'd say hermit background ranger. Good with animals. I love hiking, experience hunting, and fishing and dreaming. Okay, makes sense, makes sense. I've asked people this, and for a long time people have either told me, shit, I fucked up. People have told me, like, wizard, or cleric, or something like that, and I've been like, I don't know, I don't think that's me. I'd have a charisma score of, like, 4. I mean, I can't judge that. I can't comment on that. That's not for me to decide. For a long time, people have said some kind of spellcaster. Do Swedish people actually drink Julemust? Yeah. We drink it every year. I thought about this for a long time. And now I'm kind of thinking, maybe I would be a fighter. And it makes no sense if you're thinking from a perspective of, like, being a warrior and caring about strength and stuff. But I think maybe I would be. But hear me out. I think you'd be a bard, but like the storytelling artsy bard, not the musically inclined one. Yeah, I think bard would also make sense also. Maybe so. If thinking an RPG world, I would want to be a normal guy just living life. Yeah, also good. I am a big fan of being a normal guy in RPGs. I kind of think I would be a fighter, but like more in a strategist sense, like is what I'm thinking now. Where it's like, if I were a human fighter, it wouldn't be like, oh, I love gymming. I love going to the gym. I love fighting. I think it would just be good as a strategist to be a fighter. I think the best kind of fighter is a guy who's not a guy who cares about strength, but someone who is able to use the environment around him to his advantage, right? I think I would kind of want to be that guy, just given any choice. And I don't think spellcaster makes sense for me. I mean, it kind of does, because I'm a bit of a thinker. Fuck. God damn it, not again. It kind of makes sense, sure. I think I would get really bored of magic really quickly. I remember Unearthed Arcana Tactician Martial Arts. Yeah, I feel like strategist or tactician would be like my ideal fighting style. I just don't like the idea of wizard because you study all your life and it's expensive balls. Yeah, I feel like in practice, being a wizard would actually be, like, really boring, and I think I would just be tired of it, like, really quick. And I feel like if I were a fighter, if I'm going into battle, then I don't think I would be studying magic. I think I would be, at the very least, some kind of blend of, like, a fighter-wizard. I don't think I would go full wizard into battle. That would be, like, a bad idea. I feel like I would intellectualize it, and then I would be like, hold on. For battles, I should be a proper fighting guy. I thought you would be just a bard. Maybe. I actually think bard is kind of suitable, isn't it? But I think bards also have a bad reputation. Bard kind of makes sense, doesn't it? That could be maybe a mixture bard fighter. That exists, right? That could be that. I'm really tired of it. Oh, bards are one-dimensional. Yeah. What happened to the good old times when bards were just bards, man? It's been a long time since I played D&D now. I don't know. Humans kind of underrated when everyone wants to be different, sometimes I'm under. Yeah, I feel like that's the way that I feel. Where it's like, I don't think it's special to be special anymore. And I kind of just want to be a regular guy who goes on an extraordinary adventure. I feel like I can't relate when my guy is like too special and he has like a super special backstory and he's like, I battled the demons of hell and whatever. It's like, no, I just want to be a farmer, man. I lived on a farm. My dad was a farmer. Then one day I found a magic book, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I could learn a thing or two from this. Now I'm a wizard. Level 1 wizard, baby. How about a necromancer who only wants to be a farmer? That would be a badass. That's a really good character. I kind of like it. But at some point, you would just have to retire the character. So you could be like a proper farmer again. Like, you can't go on adventures all the time like that. I think necromancy is amazing for farming. Skeletons need a lot of brain power. It could be a really good idea, but you would have to make a whole campaign centered around farming. But actually, having that might be a good idea for like an Animal Crossing game, like a necromancer farmer. Someone needs to like take that and make that into like a cozy game.